Man, let me tell you something. That new Bel-Air, that good. That good. For real.
Big dog status, I'm a big dog vet. I pull up on the block in a big Corvette. Yeah. Riding around the city with a stick all black. Try with a stoker, we ain't with all that. Yeah.
Yo, man, what's good? Welcome to the channel. Now, this channel, usually I do music reactions, music reviews, stuff like that. But I'm a person, know me personally, I love acting, cinema, movies, television, streaming, all of that. Very much so into that realm also of artistry. So, with that being said, I just binge watched the first 3 episodes of Bel-Air, a new dramatization, a new reimagining of what the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air would have been like if it had been a little darker. So this show pretty much is picking up where the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air picked up. You have Jabari Banks, who plays Will Smith, star athlete, straight A student, makes great grades in school, D1 scout, all of that, man. He is up there. He is a star, high level player in school, high school basketball. Gets into a little scuffle at the basketball court, and he gets sent out to live with his very rich family out in Bel-Air. So what do I think about this series? Now, going into it, I was kind of on the fence. You know, someone who is a fan of Will Smith and most of the stuff that he does, to just loving the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, which was my introduction to Will Smith. It was kind of like, do I really want to see this? Do we really need a reboot of this? These days, reboots are all over the place, man. Like, we have a reboot here, reboot there. You get a reboot. Everybody gets a reboot. And do we really need reboots for everything? No. But for this one, yeah, because they did it the right way. And I'm going to break it down why they did it the right way. First off, the OG Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was very much so a sitcom comedy. You know, it was the basis of the show. The foundation of the show was, we got to make people laugh. It was a comedy. Then they would have those special episodes where they would sprinkle in real life situations, you know, sprinkle in drama situations, sprinkle in things to help teach us and possibly help grow the viewers as a person, as a human being. This show is like, nah, we're going to have a drama from beginning to end. And I like it. I like that they have the foundation of drama, but I don't like it just because of that, because I'm a person who believes that we don't have enough sitcoms, enough comedies, enough of lightheartedness in television or movies these days, because everything is so depressing now. But I'm a person who believes we need to get back to some of that lightheartedness. This show doesn't focus on lightheartedness, but it does have moments of comedy sprinkled in, which make those moments special. And they aren't laugh track moments. You know, you aren't going to hear a live audience laughing at this. You know, you may not laugh out loud at the stuff that goes on, but it's real life laughing situations that you like, oh, that's funny, that's cool, that's funny, you know? That's why I like what they're doing with this show. Yes, bring in the drama and all that, but add in some of the comedy. They aren't taking themselves so serious that they can't have some of those elements. With that being said, all of these people, all of these actors and actresses are doing an amazing job. I was on the fence, especially Jabari Banks, who I don't know much from him. I don't really think he's done too much. I think this is pretty much his debut in front of the world of him being an actor, like us seeing him on this type of level. He's playing Will Smith. When I say he does a great job with the mannerisms, with the voice, you know, he doesn't sound just like Will Smith, but the way he says certain things, the way he laughs, the way he walks, you know, and sometimes it's exaggerated. I will say that some of the acting is exaggerated, because it's like he walks sometimes and he got a little, you know what I'm saying, stroll like this going. I'm like, I don't see too many people walking like that these days. Maybe back then they did, but I don't see them doing that. But with that being said, it's Will Smith-esque, you know. Even his crying, man. He has a scene in one of the first 3 episodes where he's crying in front of, I think it was Aunt Viv or Uncle Phil, I can't remember. in particular, but the eyes, the look off while he's crying and stuff. Will Smith to a T. So I give it up to you. You're doing your job. He is a likable character, but at times it's like he's hard headed. He's hard headed, but that is true to the character of Will Smith. Let's go to Uncle Phil, Philip Banks. A reimagining for sure with his character because it's still that basis of a guy who is a understanding father figure, but at the same time, the dude young, the dude in shape. You know, he listened to some hip hop, drink a little liquor every now and then. It's completely different from what we used to see in the old Uncle Phil, who you just used to just wear those sweaters or button downs or whatever, and was out of shape. And you know, and this Uncle Phil could go walk on the runway today. You know what I'm saying? That old Uncle Phil, nah, that wasn't the case. So it's a reimagining like that. Aunt Viv, still true to it, a beautiful black woman. She even at times when she talks sounds like Aunt Viv. I think the actress that plays her is Cassandra Freeman, does a great job playing Aunt Viv. But again, it's a little different. I'm gonna really go into details in a minute with how these characters are different, but I just want to say they're true to the character and whole at the base of it, but yet they're a little different. Coco Jones, I've been watching her since Let It Shine, one of my favorite Disney original movies ever. Hilary Banks is played by Coco Jones. She does a great job, and what she does, she is Hilary Banks, but at the same time, I'm saying this now. If you haven't watched the show, you probably like, who is Hilary Banks and stuff. These characters are new to you, but if you know this original source material, original TV show, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, you will see a little bit of these characters in these new iterations of them. She is Hilary Banks, but at the same time, she is Hilary Banks on a mission. Hilary Banks who knows what she wants. I was saying the original Hilary Banks found out down the line what she wanted out of life. This one seems to know from the jump, but the only reason she hasn't gotten there because she is not going to fold. Whereas the old Hilary Banks, she didn't know what she wanted in the beginning. That's why she was still at home and stuff. This one, she's still at home because she's not going to fold and break under the hierarchy or under the what you should do from the jump. Like, you know how people say you got to pretty much do as people say till you can do as you want. She's not like that. She's like, I'm going to do as I want now until I can do more of what I want later. Also, I got to shout out Ashley Banks, played by Akira Akbar. Does a good job. And Carlton Banks, played by Ollie Charlton. I don't know if I'm saying your name right, brother, but does a good job. He does a great job at acting. Now, with me saying that, I'm going to get into these characters. They are who they are. They are these characters that we know from the original, but with an exaggeration of who they are. Hilary Banks didn't know what she wanted, still living at home. But this one, it's more so she know what she want, like I said, but she can't get there yet and hasn't gotten there yet, and she's not gonna fold or break or sell out to get there. So it's true to the character, but this one isn't airheadedness. It isn't completely unintelligent, because let's be honest, the OG Hillary was just an airhead. This one, she's beautiful and intelligent, but she knows I'm not gonna spend time learning this when it has nothing to do with my life. I'm not going to go to college for this when it has nothing to do with what I want. What I want to do, I can literally do that out of my home and start making money today. So that's what I'm going to do. Carlton Banks, his character is exaggerated in the sense of he is pretty much a villain starting off in this. Really, I disliked him. I didn't like him. Like in the original, I loved Carlton Banks. You know, he was fun, lighthearted. But they exaggerate him going against Will in this. You know, in the early part of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, they were at odds with each other, but it was the comedy that made it so like unnoticeable at times. It's like, oh, they cool. And then they would do things to each other. It's like, oh, they not cool. This one, like, nah, I'm not cool with you. You blood, yeah, I got love for you because of that. But overall, I don't mess with you. And it's also jealousy into the fold. And also, Carlton has a lot of dark things going on with him that we didn't see in the original. We didn't see that. The rest of the characters, they pretty much the same, you know, exaggerated in a sense or taken away in a sense. I will say overall, is some characters like Ashley Banks, she is not really in this too much. I forgot to mention Jeffrey. I forgot the guy who plays Jeffrey. I don't know his name. Jimmy. I'm just gonna say your first name because I don't know how to say his last name. But Jimmy does a great job as Jeffrey. Thing is, though, he isn't on screen too much because we know the original Jeffrey brought in comedy. This one is more so serious, not with the games. Only time he come in, it seems like it's just be smooth and let people know, hey, if I want to, I can have any woman in the room. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much, it's a scene in this where he's talking to one of Aunt Viv's friends, old colleagues, and he comes in and they have an exchange, and it's pretty much like, are these two smashing? Eh, Jeffrey? Yes, Jeffrey. Jeffrey gets it in, man. Jeffrey gets game. Jeffrey gets play. With that being said, all these characters are exaggerated in who they are in the original content, and some of them aren't really used as much. But I love it. I love it because, in my opinion, the exaggeration of the drama in these characters really puts into detail the story of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Let's be honest. Back then, we were okay with him saying, "Oh, my mom sent me out here because I got in a fight." That was it. Just one little scuffle. Nah, bruh. Something happened. You know what I'm saying? This one they show it. Guns are blazing, shots fired, the pistol got whipped out. They showing all that. All right. And it's like, okay, now I see this was more serious than the original made it. Cause again, like I said, it's lighthearted. This one's like, nah, we're a drama. We're going to be a drama. We're the drama. We're going to bring the drama. And they did that. And that drama really puts into detail the story. It makes the story a whole. And it makes almost like the original Fresh Prince of Bel-Air seem like a dream sequence. Like someone who had a dream sequence of what trauma they went through in life. That's almost what this makes it seem like. Like this is what really happened. That's more so a dream, a fictional telling of what happened. Like somebody, you know how you will ask somebody a story about something, they'd be like, "Oh man, it's a long story," but to make long story short or whatever, they make it short. That's what the original Fresh Prince of Bel-Air feels like at this point. A short telling of what this story is gonna be. Cause I don't know how many seasons they got on the table. But depending on that, this can be a drawn out story, a very detailed story, we're going to get to know these characters as whole and not just on the surface of them making us laugh, them doing this little thing here and there to really learn and care for them. You're going to learn to care for these characters after the first episode. Because I'm going to be honest with you. When I found out this was on Peacock, I was like, nah. Then I found out the first episode was free. I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. Gave it a shot. I went and got Peacock. Now I'm paying $5 a month. Now I'm be honest with you, when this goes off, that subscription gonna be canceled to the next season until Peacock brings something else. But with that being said, they're gonna bring in people for this show if you watch the first episode, because the first episode is free and it's gonna hook you. If you don't, then cool. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta pay for the subscription, but it hooked me and I paid for it. I think this show is doing what other shows need to take note on. If you're gonna do a reboot, go away from the original, because you can never ever get back to that magic that the original of any content does. Like I hear that they're working on possibly doing, not Peacock, but just in general, I hear there's possibly a reboot of Back to the Future in play. No, don't, no. And you can't make that. Like, if they do that, they'll have to probably dramatize that, because there's no way to bring back that lighthearted movie the right way. This show knew that. They knew that. And obviously, Will Smith is behind this as well. So he knew that. So he like, look, y'all aren't us. Y'all aren't what we had. We had magic. But what we can do is bring in great writing, actors and actresses who are great at doing that thing, because these people can act. And we're going to showcase what it means for a young kid in the hood to get in a situation that is life or death and has to really learn how to flip his life upside down and build it back up from the ground from what he knew. That's what they're touching on. That's what they're doing with this, and they're doing it the right way with drama, little bit of comedy. I recommend this show. Go watch this, man. Please go watch this. And like I said, the first episode is free. If you don't like it, you can cancel your well, you don't even have to make a subscription to watch the first episode. You can sign up for a free Peacock subscription, which is a free option of Peacock, where you get some episodes of some shows for free and stuff. The first episode of this is free. Go watch it. If you don't like it, cool. Just back out. You know what I'm saying? Just close the app out, delete it off of whatever your device is. You ain't even gotta get on Peacock again. But I guarantee you, if you watch the first episode, you're gonna want to get the second and third episode. So you're gonna want to pay that subscription, which is $5 a month, and it's worth it at this point to see this, man. So, do I recommend this? Yes, I recommend Bel-Air 2022. I recommend it so much, man. I give this between between 8.5 and 9. I'll give it an 8.75. You know what I'm saying? Not full 9, not 10, but and it's honestly because I want to see where this goes. But so far, 8.75. I recommend this. Go watch this, man, and let me know what you think about it. Put it down in the comment section below if you've already seen it, if you're looking forward to the next episode like I am. And that's it for this review, man. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more of these, put that down below. And until next time, keep the love, keep the peace, stay safe, and stay blessed. You my kin folks, and I love you. We out.